Good morning, students. Today we are going through the poem The Voice of the Rain, which is a very fine specimen of the 19th century's one of the most popular American poet, Walt Whitman. Though he's a contemporary poet, but the style he has adopted here in the beginning is of old Biblic style, because you know that we don't start the sentence with and, but in Bible the practice is there. And Jesus answering said, and he said unto him, and God created woman, a famous film. Okay, from the third line of this poem, the poet has personified the rain. Rain, we know that has a special feelings in the human mind. Almost all the poets in every language, they write on rain. Here the poet start in the old biblical style. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower. If it is written in the present language, who are you? I asked the rain. But how beautifully he started. And who art thou? Art means are, not that art. And thou means you know. Said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as he had translated. Why strange to tell? Because the poet didn't expect that he should get an answer. Now what the rain tells is now told here. Now the fact is that this poem is a blending mixture of art and science, fact and fiction. How? We'll find. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. I am the poem of earth. Find here P and E in caps. That means both have been personified. Now, where the rain puts itself in a higher position. Poem. Poem is born in the mind, not in anywhere. And mind, where mind stays, we don't know. Maybe here, but it is not in the toes. It is in the higher position. And in a human body, mind is the only female, in male body also, psyche. So, the rain's initiation is on a higher position. I am the poem of earth. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea. It's a fact. The rain cycle is told here. Eternal I rise, impalpable, that cannot be touched. Whenever we find that the water vapor rises, we cannot touch it. So, eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward heaven. It could be told that it goes upward in sky. No, heaven. Heaven is the abode of God. So, what we find? Rain puts itself in a higher position. It has a heavenly touch. Why it is so, we'll find later on. Whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. I told you that this poem is a blending mixture of art and science, fact and fiction. We know that matter is indestructible. Matter only changes its form, not the properties. If we break the fan, make it dust, It's still ferrous. It's not copper. So only forms can be changed, not the properties. So what is told? Altogether changed and yet the same. Yes. First it was water vapor. It rises. There it becomes vague. That means in the cloud. Then it gets solidified. It becomes heavier. So the droplets, and then it falls down. Sometimes what we find that the droplets with the cool atmosphere, it becomes hail. So whatever it may be, only the form change, not the properties. It's still H2O, right? I descend to lap the draughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe. I descend to lap the draughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe. Yes, it comes. After the summer, the whole world is purged with thirst. And all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. Latent, unborn.